Guys, so look, right off the bat, I got to thank my buddy Darren over at Ash Kickin' Barbecue. We are both going to be rocking the Weber Smokefire today. We are both going to be rocking ribs today. And if you don't know Darren, he is a true pitmaster M-Comp cook. So I definitely have my work cut out for me today. Look, enough talking. Let's just get right into it. Guys, my name is Tommy, and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you get notified every time the channel does a future upload.
All right, guys, look, we got a rack of spares here, about 7 pounds. Basically, what you want to do is keep all that purge in that plastic. Just slice the top, get them on the board, and start drying them off with some paper towels. From there, we're going to trim them up, no big deal, real easy. You want to remove that flap right there, that has to go. And look, we'll be using all this meat that we get off of this for treats for Molly and so forth. Guys, from there, what you want to do is find the bone that sticks out the furthest. That is going to be your line point where you're going to square the ribs off and just kind of trace right down, nice square on this rack. We are going to backyard comp these up. Oh, yeah. From here, what you want to do is just count over about 9 bones, give a nice slice there, and that is our square rack of ribs. Oh, yeah. You can do a little trimming there on the edge, neaten them up. We're not going to get too fancy about that, though. There you go. No big deal. Alright, look, these look pretty good. Here, what you want to do now is just kind of remove that back membrane. Remember, always start in the middle. This one's a little fugazi on me, no big deal, we'll get it off. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's gonna be. Alright guys, look, I like to dry my ribs out pretty good, no problem there. I don't really use a binder, the rub's gonna stick. And guys, if you've not used this stuff before, I'll leave a link down in the description. It is killer. You're gonna see it on this cook here. I got a beef chuck roast coming up, smoked chuck roast coming up. And I also used it on a tomahawk steak that I'm telling you, man, I dig this stuff, man. I mean, killer stuff. Oh, yeah. Now, also, one thing I like to do here is I'll pat my rub in, I'll get my rub down, I'll let the ribs sit as I tend to the pit. That way it just kind of sits on the meat for a good half hour before I put it on the pit. Guys, make sure you always squish out those ribs together. That's the way they're going to cook on the grill. You don't want them bent out. You want them nice and squished together. Oh, yeah.
Guys, look, wanted to bring you back real quick and give you a little rundown where I'm at. I'm going to settle at about 275 Fahrenheit on the pit. I got pecan pellets in the hopper. And as you can see here, I did fancy up this rack of ribs. Look, Darren is a He's a comp cook, so I know he's gonna fancy him up. So I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring and look, hey man, make no mistake, I am a backyard pit master. I am no comp cook, but I've watched enough videos on the tube where I think I could fake it. So that's what I'm gonna try and do today. And I'm curious to see how these bad boys are gonna come out. Look, once the pit hits temp, I'll bring you back, we'll throw them on, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, look, temp has been reached. Let's get these ribs on. You're gonna see some ribs in the, over here shoved in the corner. Those are unseasoned, and those are from Molly. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, I'll bring you back in about an hour or two. We're about 2 hours in. Let me get the ribs off, get them on the board here. As you see, I got a little bit of butter down, a little BBQ sauce down, and a little brown sugar. I'll get the ribs. I'll turn the ribs right over them. We'll wrap them up loosely, get them back on the pit, hoping for another hour for a total of a 3-hour cook. Oh, yeah. Bring you back in another hour. All right, guys, that is another hour down. Total cooking time, 3 hours. We will get in on the pit. We're gonna open them up. We are gonna go in between the bones, and we're looking for approximately about 200 Fahrenheit. And if that's the case, we'll go to the next step. All right, guys, we're a little bit over 200. I'm gonna flip them around, get them back on the board, get them in another piece of tin foil, and we'll go from there.
Grab your favorite sauce and glaze them up, because we are about to take these bad boys to the next level.
All right, guys, look, it is back on the pit. Just about 10-15 minutes just to tighten up this sauce. We got a nice pull back on these bones. Just want to tighten up some of this. I mean, we got that gorgeous color, man. I am definitely digging these as the Weber cycles down. Let me get these over there, get some snaps, and then we'll bring you back. This is my take of a competition rib in your backyard, nice and square. It has a nice color. Let's flip them over. You want nice clean cuts. You see we got nice juice there. I'd say not bad, nice and square. I think Darren will have to throw me props on this. Quick taste test. You see we got a nice color. Got a nice square rib. Cheers. Wow, I really like that. I'm digging this rub, man, right now. As I got Molly eyeballing me down there, Weber's going nuts behind me. Hey, man, it's all in the day's work. That's nice, man. I'll tell you, usually I'm hitting those baby backs, but my wife's been complaining because there's too much fat in them. You know, that top strip of fat. This here, man, is a nice, juicy rib. Oh, yeah. All right, man, that is it, man, for this one. This is a pretty cool cook. Listen, I want to thank Darren for cooking with me today. Check his channel out. Check his rib cook out. Information down below. As you see, my Patreon and YouTube join members are rolling on the screen. We got a couple more cooks coming up real quick with this sucker, so you definitely want to stay tuned to that. And until next time, we will see you. That's a nice rib, man. Soon.